And Brad, what's going on?
Hey Scott, how are you? Thank you for the introduction, and hello everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to the Trade Ideas Q&A October 21st, 2020 webinar. What an exciting year we have had. Brad, how's your audio?
I hope I'm coming through loud and clear. You're coming through pretty good for me.
All right, we're gonna have some fun today.
Love that.
Yes, we're gonna be doing a little bit of hunting.
Hunting.
Yeah, you can hunt lots of different animals. You know, Brad, you and I, we like to hunt weasels. We'll talk about that a little bit.
I spend the whole day hunting. Yes, that's
we
true.
do lots and lots of hunting. So before we begin, everyone, please be aware that Trade Ideas is not a registered investment advisor. All the information that you are going to hear from us is for educational and informational purposes only. If you need specific, custom, tailored, registered investment advice, please consult a registered investment advisor. Are we ready to begin? Okay. So as you guys know, again, this is kind of how we start. For those, and many of you already know this, Trade Ideas is one of the most successful privately held companies in the United States. We do this through you being our subscribers, and we do this by being focused on software development primarily, not really anything else. Have tons and tons of developers who are working all the time, crunching numbers, working with data to give you the best product that we believe is out there in the market. This product now includes simulated trading. We'll be talking about all of that, and we are a Patriot-run business. All of our stuff is made in the USA by US-based developers, and you're talking to the CEO and management.
Market data connection loss.
Thank you, market data connection. And again,
market data connection reestablished.
You hear that when it says that?
Yeah, it's irritating, isn't it?
So irritating. So irritating. Yeah, that's a little bit of an internet hiccup here and there. So once again, we thank you for your business. We want to make it worthwhile. So there's a lot of
this does not tell the whole story, right? I mean, we're very successful the last few years, recognized by the Inc. 5000, but we've been doing this for 17 years, focused exactly on what Dan and I are going to show you today.
Correct. Correct.
And it wasn't our error message that you're hearing in the background. That's
yeah, those are not ours. That's Interactive Brokers being silly. But did everyone get the link, the cloud link that I dropped in the chat window? I want to make sure you guys all got that.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, the Warrior Trading Favorite TI scan.
That's right. Now, do you guys know why we're dropping the Warrior Trading Favorite TI scan in here for you guys to take a look at? You might not know. So have any of you guys taken a Warrior Trading course? I'm going to guess most of you have not, but if any of you, let me know. If not, again, it's all good. There's a lot of educators in the market. Not all the educators are good. You guys, you have to really, really parse through the education material. And we ourselves constantly have to find ourselves looking at various partners that we used to think were good and find out they're a little weaselly, Brad. Remember hunting weasels?
It's good terminology.
It's a good terminology. So recently we've come across a little bit of weaselness from old Warrior Trading. And so instead of you guys wasting a lot of your money, we decided to drop this trading setup right here because it really does all the training for you. You use our cloud link, you can just hit load from cloud and you will see exactly what's going on here. I'm not going to get too much into it, but all I have to tell you is that we don't like bullshit, lots of bullshit at Warrior Trading, and here's your cloud link to help you get through the BS. All right, moving right along. We're going to be talking about patterns of winning, some of the stuff that we do to help us do better. And there is nobody out there that's constantly making $20,000 a day or in a minute, as some people like to pretend. So we're going to show you how it's really done, and we're going to show you how we approach the game. There's also going to be a lot of Q&A. I've really enjoyed that myself. AJ, I agree. I've been telling our whole business people that they have the best CEO ever. I tell Brad every day, like we get on a conference call, I'm like, Brad, do you know? Brad's like, don't say it again. I'm like, I said it again.
Every day, repetition. I know.
It's like going to the range. Practice makes perfect. But I've constantly discussed the notion of many people get into stock trading with the desire to make it big right away. Okay, nothing wrong with that, except for it's like you trying to get into professional golf, having maybe played a round or two, hit a good drive, and you're like, pros suck. Brad, I'm going for the US Open. Surely this can't be this easy. But
and it's fun, so hey, combine them both.
Yeah. So I want to show you, I'm connected to simulated trading. And I've talked a long time about the fact that I, as an experienced trader, spend quite a bit of time simulated trading. And the reason I do that is because when you want to sharpen your game in any aspect, you do it in simulation mode first to get a feel for what it is that you're doing. Okay. Brad, can you tell what I'm doing here in simulated trading? I mean, you should, even you could figure this out, Brad, and I hate to say it that way.
You're working on your short game, kid.
I'm working on my short game. Okay, I've always said that if I was going to educate, you know, and by the way, you guys may not know this, but Brad and I met as Brad took my trading course. In the 1990s, when the internet was just a young little baby, no browsers. So that's how Brad and I met, and you know, we've been friends ever since. And here I am working on my game. If I was gonna give you guys one piece of advice, which I do, and I give it to you almost every Q&A, I would say learn how to play the downside, even in a bull market. That is how you sharpen your skills. The downside, while to some extent is the opposite of the upside, mentally speaking, it's a different animal. Risk management wise, it's a different animal. And in general, when you're doing what's called mean reversion or counter trend trading, it's a skill set that you need to acquire. Let me give you an analogy. In golf, it would be like working out of a sand trap. Brad, like if you are a golfer and you don't know how to get out of a sand trap, right? That's going to be very problematic at some point, so much so that you won't win any games.
Absolutely.
So I would actually say it's a little bit bigger than just the sand trap. I would maybe say short game level, but the gist of it is, here I am without really any risk trying to get a feel sense. So what did I do here? Brad, can you explain to me, why would I be so crazy as to short?
All right, well, so I can talk about snap because I was actually short snap going into the close, and I actually covered my position, so I'm flat. But go ahead and zoom out on your intraday, and let's take a look. You're a little too zoomed in right there. All right, so looks like the AI was in there, and it put on a buy. It closed that position relatively flat. You saw that turning. This had a huge gap up today too. So,
well, this is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a great position. I didn't have that good of a position, so holding it would have been a little bit more difficult on such a big gap up. So, you know, that's a big decision to make whether you want to continue holding it. But you have a great position.
Color to this commentary.
You have a good choice to make.
If I could add a little color to your commentary, and it's great. One of the things that, I mean, clearly it is in an upward, you know, trend. I don't know if it was, I guess they had earnings.
Yeah,
and some earning, and something was good about it. I don't know, but obviously somebody well,
they probably lost less money than they were expected to lose. They're still
correct. I know. Can you imagine being that bit high? I lost a lot of money. How much? Not as much as I thought. Great job.
Excellent. We'll upgrade you.
It will upgrade you. You're a winner. Okay. Guys, the stock market is a funny animal, but here's the thing. Let me go to, okay, so you guys see on the left-hand side is our channel bar. Let me not pop out, but I'm gonna switch channels for just a quick second. Okay. And I'm gonna show you this trade. Okay. Where did it go? Oh, here it is, Snap. Okay, so the AI got into Snap at 27.96. I think it went as high as 38.87. And again, these are 5-minute bars. So Brad, I mean, you had, let's say, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 minutes. Okay, I mean, that's not like the typical Ross Cameron or some other educators, you know, 5-minute hold and make $50,000 while I blinked an eye, and you can too. This is 45 minutes. And remember, the AI does statistical analysis. It's saying, hey, there's a gigantic up move. And by the way, most likely, Brad, that up move probably will continue to some extent. I mean, if you're just going without any news or statistics or whatever, I mean, it's a big move. But when I saw that that tail off, in other words, when I saw that the exit was just a little bit above the entry, that made me think, okay, maybe it was just a little bit, again, ahead of itself in terms of that concept that I've discussed over and over now called mean reversion. So do you guys understand what mean reversion is? Anybody want to raise their hands? Brad, it's so quiet over there.
I'll raise my hand. I didn't know you were asking a question. Mean reversion. That's when it's like the rubber band effect, really. It's when something moves so far in one direction so fast. Long extended, and that could be to the upside or the downside.
Well, let me also throw something just very simple out at everyone. Imagine from the concept of portfolio management returns, right? Let's say you were the super genius who was long Snap at 27 because, you know, you listen to Wall Street analysts. This is your hedge fund or mutual fund. Again, I'm making all this up, but, you know, you get the idea. So you buy it here. The next day they have earnings and you're up 30%. Well, you got a choice to make. You could lock that 30% in and know that you're heading into the end of the year being evaluated by your peers with a 30% winner, or you could hold it and maybe hope that it goes higher. Hope and real returns are sometimes, hopium. They're very antagonistic towards one another. So I was simply going on the fact that psychologically speaking, as the backdoor, you know, coming in towards the end of the year with the election coming and so much uncertainty, I would lock some of this profit in. And again, remember, always manage your risk. In other words, if I sold it short here to point, and this is what a lot of people do, and you have to understand, there's more to the AI than just simply blind following. Brad, I think that's one of the things that people have a hard time kind of understanding, because we, for some reason, and I blame the educators, everybody wants to just be given the info, do nothing, and make money. But that isn't how it works ever. You have to be able to make decisions and you have to be able to manage the risk. And as Jim over there said, reverting back to the mean, right now, Snapchat is way above its mean, way, way, way above the mean. And so I simply said, you know what? Let me short it, okay, right there, 500 shares, and see if it works out. And it has been. So this is in simulated mode. I didn't do this in real mode, although I mean, I could have. I'm feeling it out. Now, what does this tell me? It tells me that right now at this time, and this isn't always the case with the market, that investors are taking some profits. They're not just blindly getting into stuff and, saying we're in it to win it forever. Okay. So that is what I'm doing. And when that happened, I actually shorted a little bit of Twitter, which was also up big. Because I think what they're saying, Brad, is that Twitter is going to mimic Snapchat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey guys, look, we're just losing a little bit less money. We're winners.
We're winners into the new censoring game. Boy, that's going to take off.
Well, again, that's above our pay grade, my friend. But my point is, look, here I am in Twitter working a short, right? And I'll tell you this, when this turns positive for me, in simulated mode, I will most likely take the position in real trading mode. That's a key that I want everyone here to understand and think about in terms of your own interaction with the market, okay? You can use simulated trading as a guidepost, like as a beacon. Get into some positions knowing that now you've got a P&L reading that's telling you something, like Netflix, right? I would never trade Netflix at 500 shares per se, because if you're wrong just a little bit, you just have so much potential to get worked, in terms of point moves. But certainly at 100 shares, nothing crazy going on. And once again, if this starts to get ugly and approaches the swing exit, that's gonna, because I'm already in it, I'm gonna have a better feel. And the market, guys, is all about feel. I think one of the biggest slips or sleight of hands, Brad, that was played on individual investors is the indicator game, where people just spend inordinate amounts of time making indicators, hoping for the magic goose that lays the golden egg of some indicator. And by the way, there aren't
a false sense of security. It's a sense of security, but the indicators eventually run out.
They run out. Well, the truth of the matter is they were never made to work in any way, shape, or form. They're supposed to be some sort of guiding indicators, but since then we've come up with better ones ourselves, and those things are as simple as your swing exit, which tells you that if Netflix breaks this significantly and closes below here, well, then it's real weakness. Now, let's go back to Snapchat. As Snapchat starts to go up, if it, goes up, this swing exit will rise. So remember that in every stock, and I've said this over and over again, every single stock has a predetermined game plan for you regardless of your time frame. Okay, you are ready for it all. If you want to trade Apple, okay, you have a profit target line right here. You zoom out of it right here. You have a smart stop line, which is telling you where you might want to exit if it goes below there during the day. Now, again, these are guideposts. I like to kind of think to myself, if it crosses this area and is staying there for some time, then it's a little bit more, likely. But the point is that what other software vendor has these guideposts for you for any single stock? Okay, pull in Dell. Same thing, smart stop right here. Okay. This was the kind of information that we really thought we needed to succeed better in the market, because it was always hard to figure it out on a per stock analysis. And we did this automatically so that you wouldn't have to do it. Now, once again, I'm gonna show you something else that I do that I recommend all of you guys do as well. Okay, and this is a very simple thing that I'm doing, and I'm going to show you what it is, and we're actually going to make it better for you. But Brad, what is this name of this right here?
previous trades.
Now, how the heck would I know what my previous trades were?
Well, I suspect you're creating a symbol list and you're kind of keeping it up to date with stocks that you've been in and out of, or
Correct.
Yeah.
Hey, that
I do
guy's
the same
smart.
thing. It's good.
Well, we're going to automate that. You know that. When we start really bringing in the full force of the simulated trading and even the real-time trading, very soon this will be populated automatically for you, but it's not that difficult. I have a right-click, configure, symbol list, and it's called to watch. To watch is just, I need to watch these because I've been in them. I'm going to tell you guys, this could be the secret, Brad. Patent this before, as I say it, so that nobody steals it.
What do you got?
One of the biggest mistakes people make is forgetting the trades they were into. And that's one of the things that the educators don't do. They don't talk about the fact that, well, you know, you were in X and then you went away from it and then you forgot, like let's say you bought it here, sold it here, thought you were a genius, forgot about it for a little while and missed it from here to here. This is what we are trying to avoid. This is what our goal is in helping you with all this information. So part of the Q&A and today is for me to show you guys that it is very simple. Just create a symbol list and update it daily. So I have been trading the heck out of NKLA. I've been in Facebook. Yikes, I don't know what that is. Been in Tesla. So I'm keeping, and so this allows me to keep an eye on it. And look, here you can see the relative volume too. Snapchat, and even the little guys. So this way, Brad, I really think that one of the keys to the success of this visualization tool is the emotional hooks, right? It is very easy to forget and get emotional about a loss or a gain, and you forget about it and you move on. But when I have this list coming here, I can quickly see everything that I've been in. What the hell just happened?
I just got a price alert on that right there.
Golf club, everybody.
Well, I mean, you gotta make sure it's real first of all.
Oh, Brad, man, why you gotta be like that? Why, man?
And there has to be more prints than just one up there.
Come on.
Let
Guys,
me on 42.
At the very least, enjoy the show. I didn't know that. I'm just because I'm long Kodak, so I don't really believe that that's the right print because you know then that would make me feel really super smart, Brad.
Me too, pal.
There we go.
There's the right print. We'll be erasing that line, I'm sure.
Yeah, Ram, don't worry. Look, all good. Just teasing. Do you guys see what they do in the stock market? I have to say, Brad, I mean, do you have a shot of vodka? I was just pouring myself 2 shots of vodka.
Good thing you didn't throw it down, right?
I didn't throw it down. I was ready to chop up the other drugs. And then, Brad, what? Brad, why'd your market sell at 8.74? Come on. Anyways, but what my point is, this is a way to watch. And look, interestingly enough, you know, when something like that happens, like it's almost like a little teaser of what could be happening. There's a little bit of a small, tiny little teaser. I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying it could be. But this is how you don't miss it. And boy, was that exciting. For like, what, a whole minute and a half, right, Brad?
Mm-hmm.
We were rich.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, everyone been rich for a minute and a half? It feels good. Sort of like those investors in Snapchat.
Yeah, but zoom out on your daily. It's not like that's unrealistic from the perspective of, you know, where it's been, right? So
all it just did was just went right back to this buy point where it was originally. David, nobody knows what's going on except for trade ideas, and it's in the back office running server stuff. I think the Kodak stuff, I've been telling you guys have been watching me, I've been in this stock. It's gonna do this, in my opinion. What it just did, it's gonna actually do it. I don't know when, but I think it will. That was exciting. And you guys just got to see it. That's the game that we're in, by the way. That's the exciting stuff. The stuff about really making the kind of money that, you know, you can kind of smile about and say to yourself, wow, I just made a couple of years worth of money in 2 minutes, 1 second.
All right, well, now you sound like Ross.
I know. I'm just teasing. Ram, I'm sorry. Don't worry. Kodak can't possibly like me that much to gap up, you know, 400%.
Now that sounds more realistic.
There we go. It doesn't like me that much. Come on. You'll be able to get back in tomorrow, I think. At least below 40. But my point simply was, you guys all got to see that because I have this in my watch list. So I'm watching it. In reality, it's somewhere here. I don't know where it is.
I had a price alert trigger. What do you have? I mean, how did you know?
Well, I knew because I went to change from the close and something was up 400% and it was Kodak. I mean, you gotta love it.
But, you know, look, if you want, go to the Explosive Winners channel. It's not out of the norm for these guys to be moving incredible percentages. And, you know, our tool, Trade Ideas, does a great job of finding these stocks that are doing something that's completely out of the normal.
Brad, do you know what's funny? Ever since you changed the icon for Explosive Winners, I keep
missing. You can't find it, but it's right there. I know.
Could you tell Rudy to make the dynamite green?
Green dynamite.
Green dynamite. Yeah, Explosive Winners.
Dark green or something.
All right. So here, this is one of the ways. Again, I do this a lot too. Channel surfing to figure out what's really going on. Here's some of your examples of stuff that is. Here's something that went up 210%. MRI.
That was just this afternoon, yeah.
And this one went up 15%. And let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to highlight these for my stocks that I like. Okay. I already have this one. This is another one that was up pretty big today. Okay. And notice, all throughout the day, oh, Todd, we're stoked for that. Yeah. We always love to see people winning. I mean, and especially winning the way that we know is possible. And that Kodak move is a way that things are possible. It just didn't specifically happen today, although it could. So one of the things that everyone asks about is, well, how do I get some of these amazing winners, but in my layout? So one of the things that Brad and I talk about is that you can take any window from Trade Ideas and you can do the following: duplicate. Okay, that creates a copy. And then you can move it here and you can right click and say pin. So now when I switch channels, this won't move. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing here, duplicate, because this has a lot of good post-market stuff moving. Moving over here, right click and pin. Did everyone see that, what I just did? Wonderful. Okay, now watch. I'm going to switch channels from Explosive Winners to TV related. Notice that these two windows are still here from Explosive Winners. So now I'm watching both. And look at this. Okay, so like you guys know that I'm a big hunter of this kind of situation where you see a big move and it starts to turn around. And we know that when it turns around, it can also fail. But by the way, from 3 to almost 5 is an immense amount of percentage moves, percentage points. This looks pretty good, okay? And I'm gonna right click and create a price alert. This is standard TI procedure right here. And I'm gonna set the alert for angel numbers. I like to have fun with trading. You know, so here it's at 103. Okay, and I've got this thing set right here. Do you guys see what this is doing? So this is a pin. So by the way, Brad, can I tell you something? Of all the things that we've done, the pin icon might be the best one.
I know, it's awesome. I use price alerts probably more than anything else in the software.
Yeah. Yep. And look, as soon as I did that, what did it do? It surfed away. Because I'm idea surfing. Okay, I'm trying to see new information. Idea surfing is one of the fun things that we do where the software takes that's where it is right now. So this is what it's idea surfing to. So when idea surfing is on, the software will just go through the names. Let me turn it on as GRP. Let me add a little heart there. Okay. And Brad, do you know what the counter is, or is it their default?
The counter, well, I'm not following.
How long does it stay on a symbol before it surfs?
I think you have yours in a custom setting, probably 3 seconds. And then you also have a custom setting giving you, I think, 5 items per window, perhaps.
Correct. Maybe that's what it is. So here I'm doing this again. I'm like on Twitter, I'm liking something. So we're trying to make it so that it's behavior that you're used to. Okay. And notice back to that Kodak example, stock went from $1.64 to 54 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
It's just crazy movement.
Time of returns on your investment. That's what you want to work on. And so once again, here I see this, and what I'm going to do is, obviously this is a daily chart, kind of going a long time, so I'm going to right click, create a price alert, and I'm going to say $6 and call this maybe a run. Okay. I like to make just simple. Obviously, by the way, I could drag it all the way up here, like, you know, but at $6 where I was before, it's still quite a bit of a move. Let me just move it up just a little. It's quite a bit. Let me zoom. Here. There we go. Okay. It's quite enough of a move for me to say, well, okay, if I get in, if I'm wrong, where do I get out, Brad? I mean, if I'm from a swing
Exactly.
trader,
You're putting your risk measure right in there.
right?
Smart.
What I call the comfort level type of a setup where you're getting in right here because obviously there had to have been some momentum to take you here, but your exit's going to be, I mean, for a day trade. I mean, for like as you're trading the day. If you're already in it, well, then your exit's right here. Okay, so you're working believed in it. Okay, and by the way, once again, when I zoom out, Brad, you know, the longer you zoom out, the better this thing gets.
And the less it matters whether it's $6 or $7. I mean,
correct. So
yeah.
Please, everyone, pay attention to UONE. Let me put that in the chat real quick. You the one. Also, SPI, another example where from 3 to 46, Kodak style, and then regurgitating. But you know, this, I have to say, Brad, is somebody trying to really like us and pretend that we're smart? I mean, talk about mean reversion, right? These guys see, this is the example that we talked about before. This is mean reversion as it's happening, right? Races up. I mean, somebody was in this.
People, if you're not really savvy, because it's mean reversion at 20, mean reversion at 30, mean reversion at 40, and a lot of times you just don't have the capital, you know, to try to complete that whole rubber band effect. So
let me tell you guys one of the, so Brad and I in a previous venture, We're working with very big Wall Street guys. We were a VC funded firm in 2000, and we really met some of the best of the best. And one of the best things that we heard is the market will stay irrational longer than you stay solvent, 100%. You guys understand what that means? No matter how right you think you are, the market will F you just long enough for you to get out, and then you'll be proven right.
Yeah, risk management is the key, folks.
Right. It's called the point of pain theory. Right as you reach your point of pain and exit, that's when the turnaround is. You're like, if I just held on a little longer. No, if you had held a little longer, it would have stayed irrational a little longer. It's all about you. Y-O-U.
That's why it's an art and a science together.
An art and a science together. And we are that excellent tool for you to see all of that blended together. Okay. So let's go back to where we were before. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of things here. First of all, for anybody that wants it, okay, I'm going to go save and share to cloud, save and share, show you how we copy, and I'm going to paste this into the chat. That's this one that I got out of the biggest gainers. Okay, here's another one, save and share to the cloud. Very simple. It doesn't matter if it's in a work window or a top list window. I'm putting these into chat. And I'm going to show you one more that I've really been liking. So this is one that is developed by me, your crazy CEO. Okay, it's called Trade Candidates. And this is where, Brad, I really think this is an incredible opportunity for you and I to kind of showcase what filtering and some of the other visual characteristics that we have. I'm going to expand this out. And by the way, how did time fly today, Brad? Did Kodak do that? Did we spend all day talking about that Kodak move? What happened? I mean, literally, I feel like we just got on and we're like almost at the end. I guess time flies when you're having fun. Okay, let me show you guys the power and customizability of this incredible technology, but I'm going to have Brad show you what makes this so cool. Brad, you ready to talk?
All right, I'm looking.
First of all, hide unused. What does that do?
Hide unused is going to take away the filters that you're not using either for a column or a filter. Right. So this is what you have left right here.
All right. So what am I looking at here, Brad?
All right. Well, you're looking at stocks right now that are doing really well over the week. So I'm going to focus on your position in 5-day range. So they're pretty strong over the week. Today, they're up at least 1%. So they're relatively strong today and between 50 cents and 20 bucks. A little bit of volume, not, 600,000. It's okay, right? Is that what I'm reading?
You gotta do something.
And consolidation, I don't know.
Well,
relatively good consolidation over the daily.
So it's been consolidating over 6 days, roughly speaking. So our minimum means that over 6 days, it's been in what you call relatively a consolidated period. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Okay. So let's look at TLGT. Okay. I mean,
Definitely fits that bill for sure.
See why it's called Trade Candidates? See, it's going right here and then boom, the pop. SRGP. See, these are dailies. Boom, 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 and then pop. GNW. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not going to all look perfect. Consolidation isn't like a straight line down.
No, but that's a consolidation. When you look at the average daily bar, the length of them, that last few days, the last week is pretty tight.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So what I do now, and again, if you go through all of these, that's what makes the filter so strong. They're all going to have this kind of behavior. And what I like to look at is when things base out of that behavior, when they start to possibly turn, okay? And I like these lower stocks in this type of mode only because, well, you have the potential for the percentages that we've been seeing before. The 100, the 200, that kind of stuff, okay? And look at that right there, okay? So let me show you what I'm going to do again once so that you guys don't have to do it. Right click, save and share to the cloud, save and share, you get this little link. That's our cloud link. Brad, have you ever used this? If you put your phone on this, does it give you the menu?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's not great. It allow you to put it into your clipboard, and then you could drop it in if you
Okay,
happen
so you
to.
guys see all of that, right there. So let me show you, like, there's ways that there's things that you can do. So here, I know, for example, that this is strong both in terms of where it is in the range and today. These are strong, but kind of pulling back. Do you see what I mean? So I have like this visual understanding of both of these concepts, and I can sort by position in 5-day range, okay? So let's just do a quick modification so you guys can see how simple it is to modify some of this and really change the perspective. So first of all, let's expand it to 30. So quickly just say, I want to see a few more stocks. But you can say position in 5-day range of, let's say, 95, but consolidation of only 3 days. Okay, and up percent today. So it should be a little bit bigger. Boom. Do you guys see how simple that was? Brad and I, we do this kind of routine all the time, okay? This position and range visualization is quite amazing. Once again, you can sort by this, by just double finding. Brad, I'm finding the strength, okay?
So what that position and range green bar is telling you that the other green guys aren't, is telling you that it's above where it closed today.
That's
so
correct.
It's above its high of the day.
It's above its high
a little bit
of
more
the day.
information
Yeah, so something happened on the gap up. So this was, very nice. And here's something else. Let's move back here for a little bit. Okay, what I'm really trying to find, Brad, and I love this as an example, okay, is do you see like how here what we call this kind of a basing pattern, right? It was down, started to base, and then started to make this move. And when it broke out of this move above here, it pulled back a little bit right to it, and this was
typical, right?
This was the pivot. This is the behavior. This is what you guys want to imitate. Notice I have no indicators. I'm not trying to find any magic bullet. Your eyes will tell you what you need to know. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. Your eyes will tell you. So we work like this all the time. Okay, here's another one that just probably this just appeared, Brad. So I'm guessing some after hours, something or other. Same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Closed right here and then just popped up. No Kodak fake trade, but still pretty good. Okay, and of course you can then sort by volume. Like, Brad, what does this tell you? 11,073.
Yeah, compared to normal, right? So at the completion of the trading day, this one's done, 11,000% more than the normal volume of this particular stock. So
that's right.
And we look at volume on so many different metrics and different time frames, and this is just one of them. This is a great one because it works really nicely pre-market, whereas relative volume won't be working pre-market, but the relative volume would be your go-to indicator during the market. So just providing you different ways to look at it.
All right, so let me show, I'm going to not leave, but I want to conclude today with one final thing, which is just beyond overlooked, okay, in terms of what we do. Okay, let me pull up a CNET here, okay. Up 13%, right here, similar. I've been talking to a lot of our users, and overall, they've been saying, that's the first, Stephen, it's the first link in chat. Okay, you'll see it there.
Here, I'll drop it in again, because if he came in afterwards, it won't show up, I don't believe.
Oh, okay, yeah, drop it in for others. So here's things that are similar to CNET, okay? ANTE, MDCA. So the idea is that, like, if you see something like ISIG just tearing like this, right? Insignia Systems. I'll be honest with you. Let me. I don't really know what they do. It's interesting that CNET's one of them, but Here are the other ones. And it changes depending on the price. So you can look at the expensive ones, or you can go to the smaller price ones. So the idea here is you can really catch the laggards in a way that most people cannot. And that's the advantage of using trade ideas. We're just so deep on many levels.
Go ahead and pop it out. Right click, pop out. So now you can take that and you can turn that into a top list. So you can move that over to the side, pin it, keep it there, do whatever you want, and then just continue to use your single stock.
Brad, don't show me features I didn't know we had.
Oh boy, you didn't know that?
God, about my C studentness.
I know, there's so much.
There's so much. Guys, we are like Adobe Photoshop. You know, whenever I do some of my really good meme work, I make Brad do it on Adobe, because I'm really good at like the cutting and the pasting, but I'm not good at the layering. Brad over here, he's very good at the layering. I don't know what the hell a layer is. Well, it's simple. This is like Adobe Photoshop in that you can use it for the basic things, but you can also get very, very granular and dive into the technology in ways that most people cannot even fathom, which is why, let me go back. Brad, I'm gonna right click, save and share to the cloud once again, so everyone enjoys the show. There you go, I put that into the chat. I'm gonna close this up. Okay, I think we gave you guys everything that I'm aware of. You should spend a considerable amount of time practicing the way I am still practicing in simulated mode to get a feel. There's never a perfect, there's no such thing as like just getting in and like, oh, I gotta nail the perfect, and then, you know, you're rich. You gotta work it, you gotta be consistent. And the best way to be consistent is lots and lots of practice. We're doing an immense amount of work on this tab, which will be empty for now, but the calendar will show you your simulated trading results in a way that I don't think we'll ever see anything else like that again. And it's very close to coming to fruition. I mean, I would probably say a week or two, you're gonna start seeing some things that are very cool. We have a tremendous pipeline. In essence, Trade Ideas is going to soon become the Peloton of market data. I really think that's kind of where we're going. Okay, you're going to be able to see how your simulated performance is against the group if you want to watch, you know, if you want to compete. And then eventually full-on complete gamification. All right, it's 10 minutes to the hour. Let's get back to the PowerPoint. Are there any other questions about anything? So do I do that all the time? Stop it. By the way, Brad, this work right here on Pepe is some of the best. See what I mean?
It was so quick. I did it so quick before.
You gotta look at the layer in there. You see that single stock window in the air? He's good. He's good at what he does. One of the best ways when Dan and Brad are not available to give you psychotherapy and beautiful pictures of Kodak running up 500% in 1 second, you have Barry, who's grounded on this plane every day in our trading room at trade-ideas.com/trading. I would go there. Again, if you're practicing any questions, you're going to see some amazing traders, and Barry does a phenomenal job of keeping it very real, centered, and concentrated on just getting the job done. Now, we're huge fans of Barry's here helping, I believe. He does a fantastic job. Very grateful for all the, and you know, one of the best things, Brad, is Barry's very consistent, and that, as you should be. But he does a great job. He's there from morning to close. He's doing it, and he's showing you how to do it. A great way to get started, and it doesn't cost you a thing. So really give that a try at trade-ideas.com/trading room. Download this ebook if you want to learn various things about our earnings trading concepts. We have an earnings channel, which is one of the channels you could have seen today. We did a book on short selling. So we do a lot of these different ones. This one's done by Sean McLaughlin, one of our team members, very good at what he does. And I encourage you to give it a try, trade-ideas.com/earnings. Education is something that we do internally. We don't show you how to make $50,000 in 1.5 seconds on 200,000 shares of Tesla. I made 20 cents, boom, I'm out. We do it a little bit differently. We have a real education program every single day and tailored to different levels. So go to trade-ideas.com/live, sign up, and figure out how the best we can serve you. We're always there answering questions. And again, whether it's Barry's or the support sessions or other webinars that are going on all throughout the week, you're never alone at Trade Ideas. We are a subscription-based service, as you know, and we charge monthly or yearly, but this is how much it costs per day for the only consumer-facing AI. And I say this all the time, Brad, you should be prepared without any discounts to buy a premium version of Trade Ideas, spend a year working on it without trading. You should be prepared for that, okay? Because that's the education. When a doctor is in medical school, he's not instantly in surgery. He's working on a cadaver, okay, or a mannequin, because otherwise you kill people. You don't know what's going on. And you certainly are prepared. If you're having trouble with that, then this is not the right business for you, okay? That's it. But of course, today, for taking your time with us, we always try to help people, and there's a promo code, Fall Savings, all caps. You can get 15% off your first month or a year off of Trade Ideas, although most of you are already customer, so we're grateful, but just sharing. Very, very inexpensive. We have a podcast on Friday. Please search for that on your local search engine. And we are very active on social media, although I'm banned from all of it, being a patriot. We do appreciate when you like us on Facebook or Twitter, not on Snapchat, we're not on there. Instagram, we're on there, you can like us there, but not on Snapchat. And please contact us at info@trade-ideas.com if you have any questions whatsoever. Let's wait a second. Is there anything else that we need?
Barry, would you mind hooking David up as well? Thanks.
Scott, I think we're pretty good.
Yeah, I think we're good. Just a reminder to everyone, the recording will be up later on tonight or tomorrow, and you will get a reminder email tomorrow with instructions on how to find it. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.